Communities all over our nation have a lot to offer, some good, some bad. But one thing they all have in common is statistics. If you're looking for a quick profile on a community of interest, you've found the right spot. Welcome to Living in America. Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina. Many people wonder how rising costs and new migration shape what residents earn in 2026, as finance work continues to guide the metro. This guide begins with the income picture that defines Charlotte. Charlotte's cost of living in 2026 shows how income needs shift across household types. A single person now spends between $2,400 and $2,600 a month on essentials, which means an annual income near $30,000 is needed to maintain a basic, stable lifestyle. A family of four faces a larger budget, with monthly costs just above $5,500, translating to roughly $66,000 to $68,000 a year before tax. Charlotte's median household income of about $82,068 sits above both thresholds, offering a clear reference point as rising housing, food, and transportation costs continue to shape financial expectations across the region. Charlotte's cost of living in 2026 remains slightly below the national average, with a steady mix of housing and everyday expenses. Overall prices in the region come in just under the U.S. benchmark, which may seem small, but adds up across a full budget. Housing plays the biggest role in that advantage. Rent and home costs tend to sit a bit below national levels, helping reduce monthly pressure for many households. That relative affordability continues to support steady population growth across the metro. Other everyday expenses remain close to national norms. Groceries, utilities, and transportation all fall within a narrow range, without any single category standing out as unusually high. Healthcare costs follow a similar pattern, staying generally in line with broader U.S. trends. This consistency matters. It means household budgets are more predictable from month to month. There are fewer sharp cost spikes compared to higher-priced cities. In general, Charlotte offers a cost structure that is manageable and market-driven. Charlotte's housing market in 2026 remains competitive, driven by steady population growth and limited new supply. A typical one-bedroom apartment ranges from $1,200 to $1,500 a month, while two-bedroom units often fall between $1,600 and $2,000. The median home price sits near $385,000, supported by strong in-migration and a tight resale market. Property taxes stay moderate, but insurance and maintenance costs have risen, adding pressure to both renters and buyers as demand continues to outpace available inventory. Charlotte's crime landscape in 2026 reflects a fast-growing metro that continues to sit above national averages while showing clear signs of improvement in important areas. Violent crime stands at 740 incidents per 100,000 residents, slightly higher than the U.S. rate, but trending downward. Property crime remains the primary driver of overall activity, reaching 3,740 incidents per 100,000, though recent data shows steady declines. Combined, Charlotte's overall crime level sits about 15% above the national average. Even so, year-over-year reductions in both violent and property crime indicate meaningful progress as the city continues its rapid expansion, constantly adapting to continual growth and expansion pressures. Charlotte's education system in 2026 is anchored by Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools, a large district with 186 schools and about 144,000 students. The district remains highly diverse, with minority students making up roughly 3/4 of enrollment. Academic results show gradual improvement. District-wide proficiency is about 52% in math, 48% in reading, and 61% in science, placing CMS close to statewide levels. The graduation rate holds near 83%, continuing a stable trend. A key change is the drop in low-performing schools. State data shows 31 schools improving, reducing the total to 32. District leaders continue to focus on broad support strategies rather than isolated fixes. Class sizes average 16 to 17 students per teacher, and about 49% of students qualify for free or reduced price meals. Charlotte's 2026 education landscape reflects a large, diverse district, showing measurable gains in school performance. Charlotte's job market in 2026 reflects steady growth and a broad mix of major employers. The metro labor force includes about 1.45 million workers, with unemployment near 3.4%, slightly below the national rate. Population growth and corporate expansion continue to support hiring across the region. Finance and insurance remain key sectors, employing more than 110,000 people across banking and support roles. Healthcare provides about 165,000 jobs, driven by expanding hospital networks and medical services. Professional and business services add roughly 200,000 positions, including technology, engineering, and corporate operations. Logistics tied to Charlotte Douglas International Airport supports around 90,000 jobs, while manufacturing holds near 140,000 workers. Median household income is close to $82,000, supported by a diverse and stable regional economy, with consistent demand for skilled labor. Charlotte's healthcare landscape reflects a large, fast-growing metro served by two major systems, with overall access shaped by population growth and regional demand. Charlotte's healthcare system is anchored by Atrium Health and Novant Health, the two major networks serving the metro. Overall, quality of care is strong, with both systems performing above the national average across most major measures. Demand for nurses, imaging techs, and support staff remains high as population growth continues to outpace hiring. Emergency room wait times are a consistent pressure point, often running 2 to 3 hours at the busiest campuses. Charlotte's biggest healthcare challenges stem from rapid growth, ongoing staffing shortages, and rising demand for behavioral health services. Both major systems are working to expand capacity and reduce congestion as the region remains one of the fastest-growing metros in the Southeast. Charlotte's neighborhoods offer very different day-to-day experiences depending on where you settle. Uptown and South End anchor the city's urban core, with stronger school options, lower crime relative to surrounding areas, and the best access to transit, retail, and daily amenities. These districts are built on a tighter street grid, and most errands can be handled within a short walk or a quick light rail ride. Farther out, neighborhoods like Ballantyne and Steel Creek shift toward a more suburban pattern. Schools range from average to below average, crime levels trend higher than the citywide baseline, and transit access becomes limited or non-existent. Development is more spread out, and most trips require a car. These differences show up clearly in their walkability. Uptown and South End land in the low to mid-80s on their Living in America walkability scores, while Ballantyne and Steel Creek fall into the mid-40s to low 50s range. Charlotte offers a strong balance of affordability and opportunity, with a cost of living slightly below the national average and a diverse job base anchored by finance, tech, and logistics. But there are trade-offs. Home values have dipped slightly, car dependency remains high outside the core, and crime comparisons can vary depending on the reporting system. Some cost categories lack consistent city-level reporting, home values have dipped slightly year over year, and car dependency remains high once you move beyond the core neighborhoods. Overall, Charlotte delivers solid fundamentals with a few challenges typical of a fast-growing metro. Thanks for watching this focused look at Charlotte, North Carolina. Consider watching the other city guides on the channel, and leave a like and subscribe. This is Living in America, and I'll see you in the next city.